Hello to everyone who lives in and around the great city of Albany, New York, including those not living in and around the great city of Albany, New York. Quite honestly, we don't care where you live. We just thank you for watching this show we like to call the Albany News Update Show. I am your shaggy host, Jonathan Madden, and next to me, my rock, my totem, my everything, is Brian McKenzie. Brian, how are you doing this fine evening?
I am in the throes of ambivalence.
I'll take it. Let's see what's happened in and around the Albany area these past few weeks and have some fun. Good news, everyone who is appalled at the debauchery that goes on inside strip clubs, as DeCarlo's on Central Avenue is no more. Yes, you could celebrate. DeCarlo's is gone. Yep, shut down for good. It's now going to be called the Red Envelope, and it's still going to be a strip club. Why name it the Red Envelope? The new owner said the name has its roots in childhood memories of his family receiving holiday cards. And the prevailing wisdom was that cards arriving in red envelopes signaled extra care and expense on the sender's part. So, thanks for ruining the holidays now. We should probably do more investigative journalism on this particular story. What do you think? You think we should?
I think remote broadcast would be in order.
Oh, go on the scenes. A little local action there. I like it. it.
You probably should stay in the studio.
Oh.
And I'll report.
Yes, I think that would be
on
wise.
site.
I think that would be wise. Moving on. The Times Union ran an article on a company that installs Christmas light displays at clients' homes. Well, that's nice. As a homeowner myself, I was intrigued by the concept because as much as I enjoy the holiday season, putting up Christmas lights can be laborious, tedious, and pain in the assiest. However, the average client apparently spends $4,000 the first year to get set up, and half as much every year thereafter. Are you out of your mind? $4,000? $4,000?
You know, do you put lights up?
Yeah. Have some help from the production crew.
Those, when the lights go bad?
Yes.
They have those little things.
Yes.
The fuses and the lights.
Yes.
They never fix them.
They don't fix them.
Ever.
No, ever. No.
Pisses me off.
It does piss you off. Pisses me off too. Is it $4,000 piss you off?
75 lights in a strand. It's
Is it
$4,000
piss you off?
They're $35 for 75 lights.
Would you spend $4,000 to get somebody else to install all your lights?
No, I do it myself.
Exactly.
$4,000? What kind of idiot's going to pay that much?
Apparently they're doing well. Unless you've been living under a rock, the DOT is looking for snowplow drivers, as evidenced by all the highway signs telling us DOT is looking for snowplow drivers. There are approximately, get this, 543 openings for permanent and seasonal workers across the state, including 100 right here in the capital region. Even with the shortage, though, Glenn Blaine, DOT spokesperson, said the department is, quote, fully prepared to handle any weather event and has adequate resources to deal with whatever challenges Mother Nature has in store, unquote. Which is also what Texas utility companies said before the ice storm that took out most of their power grid, leading to death and destruction. I don't have a warm and fuzzy about this winter, especially driving.
All right, so let's get this straight.
Yep.
Let's do some math.
Doing math?
You've got 543 openings statewide.
Statewide, 543.
543 openings statewide, and yet Glenn Blaine, the Magic Man, says they have the resources.
Yes, not to worry.
If you have the resources, why do you have 543 openings?
We do not get that deep into these stories, but yes, that would have been a good question to ask.
Yes, yeah.
It would have been a good question.
Maybe you should hire your brother, David Blaine.
Oh, David Blaine. I see where you're going
magically
with.
Make
snowblower
guys.
I don't think it's spelled the same, but we'll We'll
Who
ride.
cares?
We'll work with it. Oh, what else is happening? Ooh,
Get a 4-wheel drive vehicle. For
I will.
winter.
Yes, I probably should. Neil Golub, the former CEO of Price Chopper, has suggested a new name for the city of Schenectady. Hey, it's time for an anus quiz. Let's do it, shall we? Did he propose A, to name it Price Chopperville? There's supposed to be there. Price Chopperville. B, Skin Neck Titty. Come on, we've all said it. We've all done it. We all know it. B or C, Market 32 Land. D, Golub World. Or E, New Schenectady. If you guessed E, you can come back to me now. There we go. You can come back to us. If you guessed E, you are as creative as Neil Golub.
No one had shit nectity?
Come on, you're gonna make me do the bleeps again, and we don't have time this time, but it's already too late.
Leave it in.
Ladies and gentlemen, that time of the show for the BMac attack, he's doing something local. Yes, local. It is local. Yes, there it is.
I get
Studio
tired of the
audience.
complaints.
It's the BMac attack. Brian, take it away.
Ugh. Tired of the complaints.
Let's go. We're running out of time.
Easy, buddy. Well, folks, was it a Festivus miracle, or was it an inevitability that needlessly involved unwitting participants in their negotiating tactics?
Ooh.
Why, of course, I'm referring to the recent agreement in terms between St. Peter's Health Network and the local medical insurer, Capital District Physicians Health Plan, or CDPHP for short. Jonathan, I know you love acronyms. The audience is not with it tonight.
They laughed.
Okay. All of us, thousands of us, can rest easier now that the two have resolved their disagreement over the reimbursement issue.
Yay.
And get back to providing the absolute best health care that we've all enjoyed to all involved. LOLLOLLL.
I think it's pronounced la la la.
La 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 la. Yeah, laugh out loud.
There you go.
Okay. So you can continue to go to your doctors in the St. Peter system without interruption, without having to switch doctors or having to switch plans or whatever. That's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
But let's face it, healthcare in this country is still headed into the crapper.
It is.
We're still going to be paying high premiums. They're not going away, are they?
No.
No, I didn't think so. One of the richest nations on the planet, and people can barely afford health care. Right?
Right.
Okay.
Some of us.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
How in the hell is Trinity Health $1.2 billion in the hole?
I do not know.
I mean, that's alarming.
It's alarming.
They're bleeding cash.
Yes.
I hope they have good medical insurance.
Ah.
No wonder they were trying to gouge CDPHP.
Kadipafif.
Yes. That's a major dough to make up. Anyway, I don't feel sorry for either one of them. F them both. Neither one of them are heroes. Both of them can kiss my ass.
Okay.
You don't need to edit that, do you?
I don't know,
Okay.
but I do have to when you said.
Sending those letters out to leverage the patients of St. Peter's against each other was a cheap negotiating tactic. Many of those CDPHP participants are Medicare Advantage seniors, 65 plus. You know what I'm saying?
I know what
Seniors,
you are
65.
saying.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Of course, those with the savvy in the business world know that letters were sent for leveraging the patients against each other.
Oh boy.
However, the little old ladies that don't know that worry there might be a piece of lint on the sofa, much less losing their doctor they've had for the previous 100 years, well, they're not so keen on such strategies.
Yes.
Thus, we've got drama.
Drama.
And this is what you get.
Ooh.
Ad nauseum, over and over and over again.
Oh.
What are we going to do, Mildred? I don't know, Myrtle. I've had Dr. Kildare for 40 years now. He knows me. This is a disaster, Mildred. Extend the same convo for 2 to 3 hours.
That's a long time.
Relax. Nothing is going to happen. It'll go to the 11th hour, then they'll kiss and make up, shake hands, and sign an agreement. This is nothing new. Don't let the letters scare you. Trust me. I just happen to overhear every discussion and jump in and add my disclaimer to ease the masses.
Yes, you should.
I'm like that. Seniors, particularly senior women, are, of course, ignore this sage advice and proceed to proclaim the impending medical Armageddon.
Yes.
And then, the Festivus miracle.
Oh.
After the airing of the grievances, an agreement.
An agreement.
And then, lest we forget, it's back to this. Remember?
Oh, here we go. Role playing.
Why can't I get a hold of anybody in the office? Why isn't this covered? Ma'am, that's detailed in your 5,000-page plan booklet. I've called 50 times, left messages. No one calls me back. What do they do there? I was in the emergency room all day. They ran tests. I'm still delirious and bleeding profusely from several orifices. They want to discharge me, and the PA says she's off at 20 minutes and doesn't have the time for this. This isn't covered, but it's preventative. The costs of me dying slowly and you covering it will be so much more, don't you think?
Amen.
Can't I leave my ruptured appendix in? My out-of-pocket max just changed. It's not for the better. Just give me some hydros and some Cipro and I'm out of here.
There you go.
We're short 3 nurses, a receptionist, and a PA. Staffing is tight right now. The doctor is watering the ferns in the lobby. He'll be right with you. Just find a seat in the lobby. 2 out of 3 seats are taped off for COVID. You wait 45 minutes.
Amen.
Indeed, it's a Festivus miracle.
A Festivus miracle. Ladies and gentlemen, the BMac attack. They love you. They really love you. Thank you for doing something about Albany this time. I appreciate it.
What's Albany?
Yeah, what's Albany? Moving on. An RPI professor says he has worked out a mathematical system by which 80% of airline delays would be eliminated. How? Fly 80% less flights. I think I could have figured that one out. We'll see if it works.
Please tell me that's a fake story.
No, I mean, it's a real story. I made up the fly 80% less. But we'll see where it goes. Or doesn't. Just like 80% of the flights. Okay, in Skodak, state police were able to revive a 47-year-old woman and a 48-year-old man after their car crashed because of a heroin drug overdose. After giving them naloxone, both of them regained consciousness and began breathing. Said all the other law-abiding drivers on the road, yay.
You know how hard it is to drive on heroin?
I don't. 47 and 48, you'd think that they would be old enough by now, right? You'd think that they would have some modicum of knowledge. Ooh. Nice.
There's no age limit for using heroin.
I know there's no age limit, but you'd like to think. And finally, Saratoga Springs has become a hotbed of violence and shootouts lately, with the latest one occurring when a Vermont deputy was shot by Saratoga Springs police. The deputy was in a barroom argument with 3 people from Utica. Our old nemesis, Utica. Only bad things come from Utica.
Oh, that's great. You got alcohol, and you got deputies.
Yes.
And guns.
What could go wrong? So, but amazingly, they all lived. That's the crazy part.
The only thing that was missing there were criminals.
Thank you for joining us on the Albany News Update Show. Check out the stories we've highlighted in the description below. Please support the local news. We had fun, and you've been updated.